So, in the follow-up, everyone's been waiting to. We're playing Call of Duty 2 in this episode of the CDR Show. See, it's right there. Yeah, I did the first level. We're doing it this format because it's Call of Duty, so we're going to be doing this with the format for all the levels, where it's level by level. It's a training level, We learned the basics. I had to instantly turn down the sensitivity because I was going way too fast, and it was only on the second lowest, so I had to turn it all the way down, all the way to low. So, and it's still moving kind of quickly. Yeah. Also playing on veteran because apparently every achievement is just beating the level, but only on veteran. So it's like, oh, okay, I guess. It's not too bad. I'm dying, but it's not like horrible so far. There's a decent amount of checkpoints, which was severely lacking in the first couple games. So very glad they brought that over. So yeah, after we learn the basics of training, we get invaded by, I can't remember. We're in Russia. We're playing Russian storyline first. I don't know if there's. I'm assuming there's the other two storylines, but there's not a whole lot of missions in this game according to the trophy list, unless there's not an achievement for every single one. Yeah, I'm playing on the 360 for this one because the PS3 didn't get this one, and the PS2 just has Big Red One, which is a different game. So, gonna be doing this and Big Red One. Yeah, we get invaded, and we have to fight our way out. Level ends by us blowing up a fucking missile launcher in the sky. It's pretty cool. Something that was really cool is one of my teammates kicked down the table, and we could get cover behind it, which I thought was really cool because I know you can do that in like future ones, but I didn't know you could do it like all the way back here. I forgot. I accidentally continued on to the actual first real level, technically level 2. I didn't think about it. I was like, oh shit, I forgot to record that part. But yeah, it's not so bad so far. I'll be checking in probably soon. I don't know how long these levels are, but. So, second level, we start off, we're inching our way towards where the Nazis are, little by little, until we get to their base, and it's actually pretty cool. There's a lot of enemies, and I did die quite a few times, especially at the beginning, but the checkpoints here are ample. I literally got, you've reached a checkpoint, and then I moved 2 steps, you've reached a checkpoint. I was like, okay, fuck it, I'll take it. We're on veteran. I will absolutely take that. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, so we finally reach our way all the way to the base of where this group of the Germans are hiding. And we pretty much take the building, and then we get upstairs, and they barricaded themselves upstairs. So pretty much what our captain's solution is we gotta blow the whole fucking building down, which is absolutely insane. They're like, go get some C4, plant it around. So I'm planting it, and then I see one of my teammates getting shot from above. I was like, what the hell? What's happening? And they've literally made holes on their floor, but on our ceiling, to shoot down on us. And I was like, what? That's actually insane. Yeah, that was really cool. Didn't die at that part. I guess I only saw the one hole. I don't know if there was more, but I didn't. But planted the C4s, we run away, and the whole building just collapses. It's absolutely insane. Got my achievement for beating the level on veteran. And then it tells me the British storyline's unlocked. I'm like, what? You can access this in the mission select screen. I'm like, what? Yeah, you don't even have to finish this part. You can actually just go on to the British storyline now if you want. I'm not going to do that. There's only one more German level, so I'm going to do that. And then play the British storyline and then the USA storylines at the very end. But it's pretty cool. It shows you how many levels there are for each division, I think, is the word I'm looking for. The German has 3, British has 4, and I believe America has 3, so what's that? So that's 10 levels, I believe, which sounds about right. I think there's only 12 achievements, and one's for beating the training, and one's for beating the game. So that makes sense for there to be 10 missions besides the first one. 11 total with the training, I suppose. But that actually counts as a mission, I think, so I don't know. I could be completely wrong. But yeah, I'm enjoying it a lot. I'm going to try and get in one more level before I have to head out. But yeah. So the next mission I enjoyed a lot.
I don't know if this is like a full mission or if it's mission segments because I was like, oh, I did the level. Why I didn't get an achievement though. So I think it's just segments because it says continue mission. So I'm interested to see how long this game really is. Um, but yeah, this level was actually great. We start off the level, we're just trying to find our way through and connect these phone lines to call in to headquarters. And then we get to this part where we have to put sticky bombs on these 3 tanks, which I was like, oh my god, these tanks are going to be ridiculous. But they're very fair with the checkpoints, actually, and yeah, the tanks actually didn't just fuck me up and laser the shit out of me. I could actually walk up to them and put the sticky bombs on. I'm not sure why, but I'm not going to complain about it. And yeah, I'm really enjoying this game like a lot. Like it feels like you're a machine, but not an unstoppable one. Like you'll die, but you're gonna like fuck up people while you do it, and actually have a fun time. So far, hopefully my view on this doesn't completely change, but I'm actually having a blast. I changed because I went out, got some Taco Bell. So I upgraded from Diet Pepsi to Diet Mountain Dew Baja Blast. If you guys know, you know about that one. Yeah. So next segment, let's go. So the next level is actually pretty unique. We start off in, I guess, a pipeline. I don't know what it's. That's just what the mission's called. So I'm assuming that's technically what it's called. Uh, but it looks like a pipe of some sort, really high in the air. I actually died immediately in this because you have to be spaced out behind your teammates a little bit because they start shooting the pipes and fucking veteran, you're getting killed in 3 shots. So I was like, okay, this is kind of interesting. I was a little worried about it, but after that, there's really no issues with it. I was just too close, and my teammates died. So I was like, oh, I guess that's supposed to happen unless you're playing on like recruit, and then you're supposed to be like, oh my god, my teammate just died right in front of my eyes. Um, what I enjoy about this game is it's punishing, but it's lesson learning. You're not just dying because of. Sometimes you're dying because of some bullshit, but it's also you're learning. I'm like, okay, can't do that. I do die a lot in this mission, but it's stuff like that. It's like, okay, it's not frustrating to die in this, especially with these loading screens. I haven't talked about it yet, but the loading screens are. I'm playing on Xbox One via backwards compatibility, 360 disc, as you see. But the loading times are seamless on this. It's actually insane. I don't even have time to read the diary entries in between levels. Like it's pretty fucking seamless. Um, and the checkpoints are, like I said, they're very regular. So that makes it not frustrating to die every few seconds. In this game specifically, um, if I wasn't such a PlayStation and trophy whore, I'd probably play all of these games via backwards compatibility. But I've had my PS3 since 2010 or something like that, and before that I had the PS2, and before that I had the PS1. So I've been in that PlayStation cycle my entire life. This was actually the first Xbox console I ever had, and it was gifted to me when the Series X came out. So, and this is honestly one of my first times playing it. Played a little bit a few years back. I played through Gears of War and Halo. Gonna have to revisit those because I haven't played those like my sophomore year of high school. It's been forever, man. During summer break, like before COVID, like 2018, 2019 territory. Um, but yeah, and something I also learned is some of these missions have 2 parts, so that's why I was a little confused on the achievement. But anyways, the mission itself, basically we're fighting our way to take over this train station looking thing, which I think they mentioned in the last level. So these levels really feel like they're seamless, like you're working towards something instead of just doing a bunch of missions and then one mission finally leads to a plot point to where you're going to a different area, which I feel like the series goes towards in future games. But I appreciate that a lot. It feels like this is a very seamless story in that aspect. But yeah, we take over the train station. Then we got some people. We got the Germans trying to take it back over, which makes complete sense. So we got to defend it, and we got to fight another tank. And so we had to throw some more C4. Yeah, this part was a little bit tricky getting to the tank. It took me a while, and it genuinely felt rewarding to get that checkpoint. It didn't feel like, oh my god, I'm so pissed. I'm gonna have to do 20 minutes worth of stuff again, because I didn't. Literally, it was just doing this getting from the top of the train station down to where the tank is and killing all the Germans before I can get to the tank, which was the issue I was having, which is my own fault. Um, I like to play I like to play this like it's kind of realistic. And in my head canon, I suppose, instead of getting shot and then you die, I like to imagine how Uncharted does it, which is the luck meter, which is when Nathan Drake's screen gets completely red, it's because he's run out of luck and he's getting shot. Not just continuously getting shot and healing. That's how I kind of like to play these games, but also I'm a fuck up and can't do that very well. So, yeah. I die a lot, but these checkpoints are helpful. I'm hoping they keep that up. I can't recall if they do or not, because the last time I played a Call of Duty, I played some of the newer ones, but I didn't play on Veteran or anything like that. I'm just doing that because I want the achievements and trophies, since I'm already going through these games. But yeah, the mission ended with us destroying the tank and fighting off the reinforcements trying to take the train station back. So, been a few hours. Girlfriend got home, so we watched the show. So, gonna get back into it now. So that level was a little bit, kind of the same. A little basic, it was just fighting off and reaching objective. Fighting off another tank. It was a little bit annoying. I figured out what to do. It just was a little bit annoying towards the end of the level, trying to get to that last tank just because there was a lot of enemies, and I was rushing. When I tried to go one way, every time I would explode for some reason. I couldn't really figure out why. And when I went the other way, I just kept getting shot. But I found out that there were some stairs behind me, and I can go up a floor and just shoot down on people. So I figured it out eventually. It was just a little frustrating in the moment, but yeah, not the best level they've had so far. Probably my least favorite one yet. But looks like we're about to end the Russian storyline. That's what it's called. Yeah. So let's go ahead and get that done. Damn it! I keep forgetting to turn that light on. I'm not gonna worry about this time. So just finished the Russian storyline. Yeah, you've completed the Russian campaign. It says right there. Didn't love this last mission as much as the first two. It's gonna dampen my overall ranking a little bit. It was basically take over this building, then defend this building against 4 waves. I was like, 4 waves? How many is 4 waves? And then there's some bullshit. They were coming through the window trying to shoot me. I was like, don't like that. Yeah, but you guys don't do that. So I was like, you guys can stay up here on the second floor and keep shooting out the window. I'm gonna head downstairs, and because they enter through the same window every time. So I'm gonna go down here like every couple 20, 30 seconds to make sure there's no bullshit happening. And of course there was some bullshit happening almost every time. And I was like, no, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that actually. Yeah, I only died 3 times during the defending part. It wasn't too bad. Checkpoint was halfway through the wave, so the waves go relatively quick, but for ending the Russian campaign, it started off so strong, and then just this last level was kind of not great. But we're moving on to the British campaign. I don't know if I'm going to play it right now. Kind of feel like watching a movie. But it's going to be next. So I actually did a couple of missions. It's really just segments of missions because I still have not gotten a trophy for actually beating the first British mission. I just wasn't able to record after those segments, so I'm just doing it now. Literally, we just start off the British storyline as clearing out some bunkers, and then Price returns. Then the second segment is us just defending different parts of towns. Then we get on a rooftop. Something pretty cool is we use some red flares, and then airstrike comes in and takes care of some tanks, so that wasn't too bad. And then the segment I just did was us just going through some more bunkers. It's a little bit formulaic, whatever the word may be for that. Which is really unfortunate because, to be completely honest, when I was playing through the Russian storyline, I was prepared to say that this might be the gold standard for first-person shooters, and it's still a fine game. It's still fun, but it's falling off a little bit, and I don't know if that's fatigue, and it could be, because quite honestly, I'm not going to play Big Red 1 immediately after this. This is probably just going to be Call of Duty 2. which is not what I originally planned. But I don't know. I'm gonna give myself. I did play a game in between this. I don't know if that video's up. I might be recording that tonight and then hopefully getting that up for PS2. It's a PS2 game. It was the Cat in the Hat. Hopefully I got that up already. But maybe I just haven't given myself enough of a break. I did play another game. I was gonna do a video on it, scrap, because God, it was just not very fun, and I couldn't bother to put myself through it all right now, so I stopped playing it and played other stuff. But yeah, we're gonna keep pushing through this game and finish this, and then maybe we'll play some other stuff for a little bit until we get back to Call of Duty. So we got our achievement for finally beating the level. It was like 5 segments. It was actually kind of ridiculous for that one. So I'm curious if the rest of the missions are going to be a little bit shorter in the British storyline just because of that, or what. So basically in the mission select screen, it tells you what soldier you're playing as, and the next mission you're playing as a different British soldier, but after that mission you come back to the one you're playing in the first mission. So I'm wondering if the second mission is going to be a little bit longer too, and then this third mission where you return to the soldier who you played as the first British mission as, I wonder if that mission will be shorter because you've done more in that storyline, or how that's going to work. But yeah, that was kind of weird. I unlocked 2 missions. I think it's just because you can either keep going with that storyline or do this quick mission real quick, and maybe that'll be like the 4th mission of the British storyline. That sounds really confusing, and I understand that. I'm too stupid to explain it any simpler than that, though, so hopefully you're smarter than me to understand that. Holy shit, the demo is playing. The demo, it's just the cutscene that plays. That scared the hell out of me. That has not happened before, so that's really weird. But yeah, I'm going to start the next mission now. It was just a tank mission. I'm not getting in my seat for that fucking bullshit. Fuck this game. Yeah, so I know it's just about that tank bullshit. I did it. Got the achievement. Started the next mission. Pretty much, this mission was some bullshit. We're in the back of a car shooting. You get hit by one RPG, you're fucking dead. There's RPGs fucking everywhere, and you gotta be like, oh, I know exactly where they're gonna be before we turn the corner, because they shoot just fucking immediately, so fuck you. These last 3 missions are the first fucking absolute bullshit missions that we got a lot of from the first games. We lost the fucking town, we're retreating, Price says we'll come back for it. Fuck it, god damn it. It's so hard to even be mad at that mission. Despite how, it's just such fucking bullshit how much that mission was. There's just so many enemies. It's ridiculous, and there's no one direct way to go. So any way you go, there's gonna be enemies, and at least 3 of them in a group. And if you get hit like with 2 bullets, you might survive, but most of the time you'll die. And with 3 people shooting at you at the same time, you're instantly gonna die, and every time you respawn, it's not consistent. Because sometimes they'll spawn in behind where your checkpoint is, even though they've never done that before. It's just, this mission. It got to a point. I'm a piece of shit. Yeah, I'm absolutely a piece of shit. I was fucking yelling at the game. You pieces of fucking shit. How the fuck did you get behind me? I live in an apartment. I apologize. I'm that piece of shit who you hear fucking. I don't know how good these walls are. I'm hopeful that nobody's complaining to me. I get a little bit too rambunctious when I play games, especially when I'm losing at them. At a certain point, it was hard to even get mad. I've played a couple of the Call of Duties on Veterans. I typically don't. I've never done it before. I did it for Modern Warfare, I think is the only one I've done it for, actually. I might have done it for one other game, but I don't believe so. So I'm not used to just this much bullshit. I've done some difficult trophies. I'm not even, well, technically I am going for the 100%. It's not a platinum, so I guess it's 100% achievements technically. I've done some difficult platinums, and difficulty-based trophies are typically some of the worst parts of it. But God, this is just frustrating. It's not that it's even too hard. Like, it's only about like 4 minutes of gameplay until you get to the next checkpoint, which I appreciate. After each objective, you'll get a new checkpoint. But it's just the constant constantness. Like I spent probably, I was listening to the Nintendo podcast was Game and Talk. I listened to like an episode and a half during that one mission part. It's not even the full mission. I see the continue mission on the bottom left. I didn't get my achievement yet. It's just so frustrating. I need to shut up because this video is already going to be fucking ridiculous for Call of Duty 2. You can slowly see my descent. I started off so high on this game, like, oh my god, this game is one of the best FPS games I've ever played, to where I'm at now, which is, it's a good game. It's just so frustrating that it's, and the story's whatever. I mean, it's a first-person shooter. It's certainly not my favorite, but I'm more, it could be after I play through these on Veteran. Because the ones that have trophies or achievements, I'm going to play on Veteran, so I get the trophies or achievements related to difficulty-based levels, so. My AC just turned on, so let me get to the next level. I need to stop yapping. Now, this is not a fucking skill get better if you want, if you can't get mad at the game because you fucking suck. No, this is legitimately bad game making. You start off right here, they put you off. So what I had to do is I had to quickly get all the way behind this car because there's enemies on this rooftop and on this rooftop. So you have nowhere safe to hide. So you have to hide behind this car. There'll be about 5 enemies up here, and then don't fucking stand up because there's another one on this rooftop. So you better hurry up before he fucking blows up this car, and then you better fucking throw a grenade up there, and that actually won't even kill them. That'll just make it so where you don't have to worry about them shooting for a little bit. You have to still back up and hope that you're able to kill one of the gunners. And don't you think you're safe to go to this fucking gate yet? Because guess what? There's another fucking enemy at this tower right here. Who your teammates just don't give a fuck to kill any of them. They kill the ones that are on the fucking ground. Sure, cool. That doesn't fucking help me. And you have to do this, and you have to just know where all of this stuff's going to be. And you better hope that you don't miss any of your shots or that the AI gets any good fucking shots off, because you're going to die. Yeah, that's not a fucking skill issue. That's legitimately some fucking bad game design. So after that clip, it was just a lot more bullshit. Like the last level, it was just so many enemies. I forgot to mention in the last level, one of the tanks was called Jerry's Medication. I just thought that was really fucking funny. Because what is that name? I guess there's probably gonna be some fucking really deep backstory to it. I'm probably gonna look like a fucking asshole because I am. But yeah, I did the mission, got the achievement, we unlocked the American campaign. I'm playing a fucking easy game after this for the next video. Jesus Christ. So I actually got into a little bit of an accident and just had some. It wouldn't be easy for me to. It wouldn't be easy for me to walk back and forth between every level, just because I had an injury, got hurt. So, kind of just I finished the game, and now I can just sit here and talk through the levels. There's not much to talk about, anyways, but you'll see why here in a second. So the next mission, we take over a town, and then we have to fight our way back to a truck, so we can come back and pick up wounded. I remember this mission. I didn't know the enemies were surrendering, and I'm playing on Veteran, so as soon as I saw red on my crosshairs, like shoot, shoot, shoot. Then I lost for fucking shooting because I didn't know they were surrendering, so I guess. Oh yeah, friendly fire. I don't know if I've mentioned this yet, but friendly fire in this game is just fucking ridiculous. It was probably responsible for a third of my resets. Because you can't really tell who's your enemies and who's your companions, and when you see somebody, you have to shoot. Because if it's an enemy, they're gonna get you immediately. So a lot of my deaths were because of friendly fire, which is just annoying. The level after this is a cool level because it was raining. I remember this level. It's again, you fight your way through a town. It's not much more than that. Oh yeah. So the end of this level was like a stand guard until reinforcements show up. You gotta wait like 3 minutes, 5 minutes, and this is when reinforcements will show up, or kill this many waves of enemies and reinforcements will show up. Just kind of fucking bullshit. Especially since I was playing on Veteran. You can't use the fucking big gun that doesn't take any ammo, because
There's just too many fucking enemies, and they'll shoot you no matter what direction. I eventually found that there was like a stairwell to a roof, and I was like, oh, that's a little bit easier. That I probably would not have been able to beat this level if I had not found that rooftop. It was just absolutely fucking ridiculous. That level also wouldn't fucking end. These levels get long as fuck for no reason, which I wouldn't normally care about when I'm playing on veteran, and it's just so frustrating that I was so done with it. It was very frustrating. The level after that is another level that wouldn't end because of non-stop waves of enemies, apparently. And it was just a take over the town level. Which is, it's literally, I get it's a first-person shooter, but I feel like it's a little bit too repetitive with what they do. That future Call of Duties improve upon a lot. Because a lot of this is just, oh, we're taking over this town, or we're taking over spots A through F, or we're waiting for reinforcements. And that's what about 80% of this game is, unfortunately. Because if I had known this during the Russian storyline, you saw in the video, it's a descent into fucking madness this game sent me into. Because during the Russian storyline, I was like, oh my god, this is the gold standard. This is how first-person shooter war games should be. No, it fucking just dives once we get halfway to the British campaign. And the fucking US campaign is literally just copy and paste. We're doing it's super frustrating. Maybe I'm just mad because I was playing on veteran, but this is my experience, so no. Left over that was take over the area, then defend area. Apparently, by this time I was absolutely done with this game. It's just so fucking frustrating, especially when you're like, okay, where's the checkpoint? Oh no, you got to make it all the way down here. Which, yeah, that shouldn't be hard to make it down. Like, say, from a side of the street to the other side. But when you're playing on veteran and the enemies just fucking spawn everywhere, and they don't spawn the same place every time. So it's like, no matter what you do, it might be a different experience every time, and you're gonna fucking die. It's super frustrating. I'm so glad I don't have to play on veteran again. The first two games were just hard because of the health packs. I'm sure I'm going to get through Big Red 1 and 3 easily. 4 is the first one I have to play on veteran again, the remastered one because it has trophies. I didn't realize the PS3 copy of Modern Warfare didn't have trophies. I could have swore I remember that when I was a kid because that's the first Call of Duty I ever had was 4. So that's really weird. But yeah, anyways. Something that was weird is when I was trying to do the last British mission, that's like 4 segments, it took me to the U.S. campaign when I hit next mission instead of the last British one. I was like, this doesn't look British. How did we get here? Because it's the U.S. storyline is fucking D-Day when you open it. I was like, this doesn't look right. I don't think this is British. I don't know what happened there, but I just went ahead and went to menu and went to the British storyline. And I also like to point out that each of these mission segments at this point were taking me well over 2 hours. Like, I was listening to podcasts, watching YouTube. I guess I'm glad that it took me that long because I got caught up on the Spawn cast. I just have to catch up on the Quick R3s now because I already listened to all of RGT's podcast as well. But it's ridiculous how long these missions took. Legitimately took me like mostly 2 hours plus, and it was mainly because it was like one part that I couldn't get to the next checkpoint, and so I'm just trying something until it sticks. I'm pretty sure I've already included the clip that this isn't really a skill issue type of game. It's just a lot of the things that they designed in this game were just legitimately bad game mechanics, especially with the enemies spawning in different areas. Like sometimes I'd be in cover when I had my checkpoint, and then somebody would shoot me from my left that wasn't there the last 3 times I just spawned there. So I don't really understand what I don't know if that's only in veteran or what. But the second part of D-Day, I think I forgot to write it down. That's fine though. It was probably just another fucking take over the towns because the first D-Day mission was just storm the bunkers. That's the fourth type is storm the bunkers and take them over. Oh boy. it was around this point I was actually legitimately scared to go into houses because there's a fucking enemy either 4 right at the entrance of where you're at, and then an enemy or 2 in each room around the house, and it was like nerve-wracking to get through most of the house and then be like, oh, okay, now you gotta go upstairs. You know how many attempts it took me just to get to the bottom floor? You can't give me a checkpoint now, and because you also have to fight your way like to each individual A through F. That's how it's marked. You have to fight your way to that area, and then you have to clear out the entire house before you get a checkpoint, and it's just super frustrating. So the next level was we take over areas, and level 3 ends with a snipe out on the roof. That's cool. In my notes I have these levels are ridiculously long, and I don't know why I'm doing this. So the next mission, overtake houses. My teammates were goats and did most of the work. I do recall this. I just did this last night. Yeah, like legitimately, it took me. I played for like 5 to 6 hours one day, and I didn't even finish the fucking British campaign, which I had already beaten the first level of. So 5 hours got me through like 2 more levels of the British campaign. Not even the final one. Just a little bit past, a little bit into the final British campaign before I had to go out. Just insane. So next one, we're overtaking bunkers. It's Hill 400. I'm not sure the significance of that hill. That's my ignorance, I suppose. This mission, you literally just have to get lucky. Like, sometimes they'll shoot you and sometimes they won't. Sometimes you'll be able to take like 5 hits, and sometimes you can take 1 and then you're dead immediately. You legitimately have to get lucky. And at the end of this level, it was, oh, we gotta defend this place from a wave of enemies. But I literally just walked around to where the star was, and it just glitched and gave me the end of the level. I'm like, okay, I'll take it. Get me the fuck out of here. Yeah, and also there's save glitches in this game. I'm not quite sure how, but there are. I only crossed it about twice in this, which is better than the fucking finest hour one. But it's frustrating. You really just have to rely on those save points. Like, even try just rushing your way, if you can, to the fucking save point. Which, speaking of running, I only noticed this in the US storyline, but apparently this motherfucker is not capable of running and getting stuck. He's actually really fucking slow, and it kept pissing me off. I was like, dude, what are you doing? And another thing about the teammates, besides them getting the friendly fire, is it's just super frustrating that you have to sneak out your head just a little bit so you can get a shot off on an enemy, and then you have to hurry up and get back into cover, otherwise you're dead. But your enemies will just be behind you and then fucking block you, and it's like, bro, get the fuck out of my way. It's super frustrating. The last part of the second to last US mission was defending the fort full of the wounded. This mission wasn't too terrible. Again, my teammates did most of the work. I was kind of just hiding. They were like a big group, and we're trying to like to defend the fortress that we just overtook in the last segment, because all of our wounded are in there. So while we're doing that, I'm just kind of hiding, and I'm against the wall, laying all the way down while they do the work, and I just shoot like 1 or 2 people if they manage to get up on us. Super anxiety-ridden level. Yeah, just you gotta really hope for that checkpoint. Also, I believe there's a sniping part in this mission that was just super frustrating, because you have to know where each enemy is gonna spawn in. Like, it shows you on the map, you gotta be like, oh, where are they? Where are they? Super frustrating. Final level is just take over the town. That's literally what it is. You take over the town, and once you destroy 5 of these cannons that are supposed to be shooting down our planes, you do that. When you get to the last one, a tank just fucking blows it up, and it's like, oh shit. Then you got 2 tanks you have to take down, and it wouldn't be so bad. For some reason, the tanks don't fuck you up in this at all. I'm not quite sure why. It's just the endless spawn of enemies that fuck you up while you're trying to get close to the tank. Luckily, I was like already right next to where one of them spawns in, so I was like immediately there before they can get any backup, and I could just plant the explosive on the first tank and get the checkpoint. But that second one was fucking rough. It's just, again, because of the enemies spawning everywhere, and yeah. But yeah, that's Call of Duty 2. Despite all the rage it has driven me to, and the insanity it's putting me through, I kind of really want to play Big Red 1, and I'm debating on literally starting it right after I edit this last part. I don't know when this video's going to be up. I have to record for the game I did before this still too, but hopefully that's up. If it's not, then sorry, it'll be up soon, because I already beat that game before I even started this. I started this, let's see, the 27th and finished it the 31st, which was yesterday. Today's the 1st, so it took me about 4 days. That's how math works. And on my how long to beat, apparently it doesn't pop up stats for 360 games. I don't know if that's all games or just this one. But for my how long to beat, I just put around like 25 hours. Because legitimately, most of the segments in the British storyline, well, I'd say all of the segments in the British storyline and the US storyline took me about 2 hours each. And a lot of those have like 4 segments to a level. The British storyline has fucking 4 levels alone. And yeah, I know the US storyline at least has 7 segments, so that right there should be like 14 hours. I'm probably greatly lowering how much the numbers were. My how long to beat, but I put about 25 hours. I don't know why they don't have stats for this game, but yeah, we're gonna show the achievement roll here, and that's gonna be it. Thank you guys for watching. The 3 people who watched the last one are hopefully gonna enjoy this one. But that's fine. It was fun to play this game. It's just the veteran mode is such a fucking nightmare. Oh, I can't forget to rank it either. Yeah. If you'd asked me at the Russian storyline, I would have been like, oh yeah, this is like a 9 out of 10. This is a perfect first-person shooter where it's not too frustrating, but it's not easy either on veteran. By the time you get to the British storyline, that fucking goes out the window. And that it's not just because of the difficulty. Even though I am kind of rating my experience with how much fun I had, it also has a lot of bad design and mechanics. With the repeated, I know it's the first Call of Duty on 360, and it's only like their 3rd game overall besides expansions. But it's just so cookie cutter, and I know it gets better. I'm hoping it's better in 3. I don't have to play on veteran on 3 either. And the storyline for this is just fine. I enjoyed the Russian part of it. I didn't care about the British storyline, and the D-Day mission was awesome on this game. It was a great mission. It's just there's also a lot of not great stuff that's just kind of whatever. Price didn't die in this one. I don't know if that's a different price or what the fuck, or how do these games work in what order. I have no idea. Maybe it's the multiverse. I have no idea. But yeah, that's going to be it from me. Going to be giving this a 5 out of 10, which, yeah, it's the best Call of Duty we've played so far, but that's not really fair to the first 2. They are technically early 2000 PC games. Well, I guess Finest Hour is a PS2 game. This is a 360. This game looks incredible for what it is. But, yeah, this one's getting a 5 out of 10, and it's currently number 1 on the list. So here's the list, and here's the achievements. Thank you guys for watching. I'll shut the fuck up now, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching.